So something that I'll bet most of our listeners don't know is that this last week was Anti-Communism Week.
No, they would not know that.
Because we didn't know that. I want to read from a proclamation the White House put out about Anti-Communism Week. This week, our nation observes Anti-Communism Week, a solemn remembrance of the devastation caused by one of history's most destructive ideologies. Across continents and generations, communism has wrought devastation upon nations and souls. More than 100 million lives have been taken by regimes that sought to erase faith, suppress freedom, and destroy prosperity earned through the hard work, violating the God-given rights and dignity of those they oppressed. As we honor their memory, we renew our national promise to stand firm against communism, to uphold the cause of liberty and human worth, and to affirm once more that no system of government can ever replace the will and conscience of a free people. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
That's great.
The key phrase in that, the God-given rights.
Yes. Yes.
Great phrase. Glad they included that.
Yeah. So
that we are endowed by our Creator.
With applause, round of applause for Mr. Donald J. Trump.
Well, I mean, it sure is an interesting contrast to the last godless administration.
Yeah.
That we still don't know who was running it.
Some autopen.
Some autopen.
Yeah, I mean, so
President Autopen.
I appreciate that we have an Anti-Communism Week 2025. Apparently this has been going on, but we've talked about it hasn't been.
Well, maybe they should send that proclamation to Comrade Mamdani.
Not a bad idea.
Who is already facing some uphill battles.
Yeah.
Kathy Hochul, governor of New York, over the weekend put a big kibosh on his free bus ride idea.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
How did she do that?
Well, she did that because so much of that money gets delineated to the state.
Oh.
And the state has a lot of control over the finances of New York City.
That's
and
true.
So she's like, maybe we can talk about quote unquote affordability, but at the end of the day, I only have about 15 billion of wiggle room, and I'm not going to use that to create free buses, and which are essentially, as our friends in Tucson, Arizona know all too well, because they've tried this experiment, are just homeless shelters on wheels.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right.
The refrigerator homeless shelters on wheels. That's all they are, and they get to go all around the city and show up in areas that they're not welcome.
So homeless people park themselves on the bus and just
all day long.
All day long.
Well, I mean that's true for a lot of public transportation in general. When you have low prices, and people can go places they would never be able to get to, otherwise.
Yeah.
I made this argument. So my mother-in-law is from Reston, Virginia, and they eventually brought the metro out there.
Right.
Well, guess what happened? The Silver Line. Guess what happened after the metro came? Homeless people.
Yep.
Everywhere.
Hopped on the Silver Line, go to the end of the line, and we got a new
all
place
of a sudden,
to be.
You got little tents showing up at Target, showing up everywhere. And she's like, what is going on? I don't we never had this problem here before. I go, here, let me show you. See that thing over there on the stilts? That's your problem.
That's the problem.
Because it's very cheap to ride the metro, and people who are homeless or drug addicts or wherever else are going to go where they think they can get the most support, the most money.
As it happens,
and the most, nobody gives them a hard time.
And just as it happens in New York, you have people who jump this turnstile in D.C. all the time.
D.C. is always happening.
So
go out to Reston.
I mean,
go
here
out
in Arizona,
to the Airport.
There's not even a turnstile.
Now you can go out to Leesburg.
Yeah. That's right.
Tent city right there in Leesburg.
Yep.
So it's a major problem, and it's good for her for clamping down on that entire idea. There's going to be a lot. I think there's going to be a lot of ideas that he's had that are, not going to, have come to fruition.
Yeah.
Because it takes a real socialist to, after they get elected, to say, please send me more money so we can fund our transition. Right. Real socialist.
Yeah.
You know how I told you, this is actually a real quote. He goes online or goes on YouTube or whatever and goes, you know how I told you to stop sending us money? Well, now we need your money. because we have to fund this
We have to
transition
fund the
on our own.
transition. Please send us money.